I want to welcome you to this safe place, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Um, Before we start with the readings today, I just wanted to show you a couple things and do an open reveal of a product I just bought from a small business. And I'll proceed with that first. The creator of this beautiful ornament, and she does all kinds of ornaments, mostly Christmas related, but they're all handmade and they're so beautiful. Her name is Brenda Waters, and she just has a small business. She's based in Georgia. And this package is so beautifully wrapped. I love that. This is how I received it. I've already taken liberty of getting the tape all done because she wrapped it very well. So I'm excited to see this. Aww. So right away, I see a handwritten note. I love that so much. Let's see. Thank you so much for your order. And she signed it, gave me her number. And of course, I won't reveal that, of course. And so I just thought that's such a nice note. So very well packaged for delivery. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So this product was $20, and it's so worth it. Wow. Look at that. So that's, this is a handmade mold that she created. Imagine how much work this took. The lace, and it's double-sided. That's an angel. Handmade mold by her. This is made to last for years and years and cherished for years and years. Gosh, that handmade, that little bow. So this is like a clay, or like a clay mold. I'm sure there's a different word for it. Gosh, that's beautiful. And I can reuse a box too. So I'm going to put it, I'm not too, there's so many ornaments on here. I need to work on organizing. I'm just one of those that's just, I like a lot of stuff, obviously. So I will just put it, oh goodness. Here we go. Thank you so much, Brenda. I love the piece. It's beautiful. Your work is beautiful. And I wanted to show you something else. I am a miniature collector at heart, and to find these pieces was like a gold mine. These are what they used to have in vendor machines. Like 5 cents, 1 cent toys. Oh gosh. I think they're so damn fun. I wanted to show you 3 pieces specifically I love. He's so cute. And I think that this is awesome. There was only one of these in there. It's a guy in a bathtub. How freaking cool is that? I just think it's cool. That'll be a cool one to display on a miniature shelf. Oh, the froggy. He's so cute. He's probably my favorite piece, actually. I love it. So I had to show you that. All right, one more deal here. I love Dollar General. I think they have so many cool things for decorations. I just wanted to show you what I got for $1. Yes. These are awesome. They're really, really light. I think they're worth $1. And this is a cool mini magnet. What is done in love is done well. What is done in love is done well. All about intention. So I'm going to read a few pieces to you this morning, and I hope you enjoy them. Thank you for listening. I very much appreciate it. Okay, so I'm going to start off today with Don't Sweat the Small Stuff, and it's all small stuff. Simple Ways to Keep the Little Things from Taking Over Your Life by Richard Carlson. And I certainly hope I didn't read this before, but this is an important one, so if it's a repeat, that's okay. It's number 33. Praise and blame are all the same. I think this is a valuable one. One of the most unavoidable life lessons is having to deal with the disapproval of others. Praise and blame are all the same, in a fancy way of reminding yourself of the old cliche that you'll never be able to please all the people all the time. Even in a landslide election victory in which a candidate secures 55% of the vote, he or she is left with 45% of the population that wishes someone else was the winner. Pretty humbling, isn't it? Our approval rating from family, friends, and the people we work with isn't likely to be much higher. The truth is, everyone has their own set of ideas with which to evaluate life, and our ideas don't always match that of other people. For some reason, however, most of us struggle against that inevitable fact. We get angry, hurt, and otherwise frustrated when people reject our ideas, tell us no, or give us some other form of disapproval. The sooner we accept the inevitable dilemma of not being able to win the approval of everyone we meet, the easier our lives will become. When you expect to be dished out your share of disapproval instead of struggling against this fact, you'll develop the helpful perspective to assist your life journey. Rather than feeling rejected by disapproval, you can remind yourself, here it is again. That's okay. You can learn to be pleasantly surprised, even grateful, when you receive the approval you hoped for. I find that there are many days when I experience both praise and blame. Someone would hire me to speak and someone else won't want to. One phone call delivers good news, other announces a new issue to deal with. One of my children is happy with my behavior. The other struggles against it. Someone says what a nice guy I am. Someone else thinks I'm selfish because I don't return his phone call. This back and forth, good and bad approval and disapproval is part of everyone's life. And I am the first to admit that I always prefer approval over disapproval. It feels better and it's certainly easier to deal with. The more content I become, though, however, the less I depend on it for my own sense of well-being. This is such an important one. I used to go around asking people, what do you think about me? What I really should have been asking is, what do I think of me? Because in the end, it's our own journey. It just doesn't, it's a beautiful thing when you connect with people, but forcing it is not, that's not the way it's meant to be. And everybody has their own ideas and their own standards. We just have to meet up to our own standards of how we want, you know, and if we connect, that's good. And it's a blessing. And you're, I don't know, it's just nice. Okay. Now, I was cut off the last time. There is one of the hugs that I wanted to bring up today from the Hug Therapy book by Kathleen Keating. Where is that guy at? Let's see. Ah, here it is. The Grabber Squeezer Hug. The Grabber Squeezer Hug holds a record for briefity. One hugger runs up and throws arms around another, gives a fast squeeze before letting go, and then dashes off. The one so hugged must be alert in giving a squeeze in return in order to receive a maximum benefit from this hug. In a variation of the Grabber Squeezer, oh goodness, here we go, guys. Choreographically more difficult. Both run towards each other and give a quick simultaneous squeeze. Safety note: avoid a collision course. The full force crash of two bodies who are hurtled together, or the knocking of two heads, may negate some of the good feelings. Be aware. Feelings vary with the situation, but often the Grabber Squeezer is accommodated by a sense of affectionate distraction because one or both of the huggers are rushed. If the huggy is not expecting it, there may also be a feeling of surprise. The Grabber Squeezer hug is a practical way to work in a lot of fast hugging when you're on a tight schedule. For more effective stress management, also include a liberal sprinkling of hugs that are gentler and long-lasting. Use the Grabber Squeezer method in a workshop or the kitchen to wish someone luck before a performance, as a silent translation of the words, "I like you a lot, but I'm in a terrible hurry." How can the Grabber Squeezer fit into your life? I just had one given to me the other day, and it was fabulous. My friend Natasha, my beautiful friend Natasha from work. It was very, very effective. And even though I was surprised, it was a pleasant experience. All right. This one, I'm just going to read the introduction of this wonderful man, and just tell his background story. And I do plan on reading his work a little bit more, but I just want to give you an introduction to how wonderful he is. I picked this up many years ago. I mean, I'm 35, so I don't know, some years ago. And it's called, the book itself is called The Gift of Inner Peace. And it's inspirational writings by James Allen, author of As a Man Thinketh, if you've heard that before. As a Man Thinketh. This is edited by Marianne Wilson. And this is a Hallmark book. It's published in 1971. I have the cover elsewhere. And it's already ripped in two because it's so fragile, but this is a very good shape. So this is an introduction to this wonderful man. James Allen's inspirational beliefs has influenced millions of English-speaking people everywhere. He lived as he believed, quietly devoted to the hope of a better, happier life. James Allen was born in 1864 in Lancaster, a country in central England, northeast of Birmingham. In 1879, a family financial crisis forced him to leave school. He was 15. From that time until 1902, Allen worked as an administrative assistant to several British manufacturers. Then, just 9 years before his death, he decided to devote his life to writing. In the brief last years of his life, Allen wrote 19 books, a rich outpouring of inspiration that would guide later generations. That is so true. Allen dedicated himself to finding inner peace and happiness. He knew it existed in the depths of every man. It was just there for the cultivating. Soon after finishing his first book, From Poverty to Power, Allen and his wife Lily moved to Ilfracombe on England's southwest coast. It was there that his inspirational classic, As a Man Thinketh, was written. His life in Ilfracombe was ideal for reflection and quiet thought. The day began with a pre-dawn walk to the Carron, a stony spot on the hillside overlooking his home and the sea. He would remain there for an hour in meditation. Then he would return to his house and spend the morning writing. The afternoons were devoted to gardening, a pastime he enjoyed. Those evenings were spent in conversation with those who were interested in his work. It was an idyllic existence. A man cannot separate his mind, Allen wrote. His life cannot be separated from his thoughts. Mind, thought, and life are as inseparable as light, radiance, and color. It follows that deliberately to change the thoughts is to change the man. According to his wife, Allen wrote when he had a message, and it became a message only when he had lived it in his own life and knew that it was good. His authenticity. He saw that if a man were to use his power of good by thinking clearly and acting intelligently, perfection of personality is attainable. When we seek self-knowledge through reflection, we experience a kinship with nature and the reconciliation with our outer life. In summation, he eloquently says, "This then is the secret of health, a pure heart and a well-ordered mind. This is a secret of success, an unfaltering faith and a wisely directed purpose. This is a secret of power." That's so beautifully stated. I'm just going to read a short quote from him now. Since this is titled The Gift of Inner Peace, I'm going to read to you The Path to Inner Peace. "And I may seek and find, I may achieve. I may not claim, but losing may retrieve. The law bends not for me, but I must bend unto the law. If I would reach the end of my afflictions, if I would restore my soul to light and life and weep no more." Thank you, James Allen. I hope you enjoyed that. And I will be reading more of his work, and I do own As a Man Thinketh. I honestly have not read it. I got a lot of learning to do, folks. Don't we all? I hope you have peace in your life and peace in your heart. It can be hard through daily life. But as long as we live to our own standards, to not let the judgments of others dictate our own path. And also that's a good way to understand that when we see something we don't like very much, say that's them. As long as they're not intentionally hurting other people. I wish you love and light, dear friends, on your path. Many blessings, dear friend, and love. Till next time.